Hello, students. Let me welcome you all to the second session of this introductory lecture for artificial intelligence. The topics we'll cover today are the applications of AI, the advantages and disadvantages of artificial intelligence, the future scope, and then the conclusion. So let's check, where is AI around us? I've given a list of applications which is using artificial intelligence, and you're using almost all of them. Maybe knowingly or unknowingly, you are using a lot of applications of artificial intelligence in your routine life. Best examples are Siri Assistant from Apple, now from Google, Alexa from Amazon, Cortana for Microsoft, VIV for VIV Labs, and so on. So all these applications are using AI in one form or the other. If we are like very specific applications, if we talk about, we can take good examples, like we can take gaming, 3D gaming, 4D gaming, games with sounds where you can talk to your friends, you can make strategies and plans online and then can execute. We can take a very good example of AI application into the medical. Today, medical science has done a lot of improvement because of the help and aid of AI, that is artificial intelligence. And in today's era, we are having citizens like Sophia, which are robots, but they are very much acting and behaving like humans. So the major application areas for AI could be competition and crisis, automotives, industry, healthcare, finance and economics, and the list is long. And we are also having something called video games, which are extensively using AI nowadays. Now let's move on to the foundation of AI. What do you think is the foundation of AI? Actually, artificial intelligence is a specific domain, is such a domain which is based on so many other domains. It also touches philosophy because it also considers logic, mind, and knowledge. It is also related to maths because while inferencing things, you need to do proofing, computability, and probability. It is also related to economics because of the maximizing of payoffs. It also includes neuroscience because in some way or the other, you are using your mind. You are actually trying to imitate your brain. So that's why it's also related to neuroscience. It's also related to psychology because the robots, the AI devices which are being made, the assistants which are being made, they're trying to note down the psychology of the humans so that they can perceive what is happening and they can act accordingly. It also depends, it also related to control theory because they want a stable system but with the feedback. They want to improve with the feedback. So that's why it is also somehow related to control theory. They are also related to linguistics because they want to talk to humans. And for that, they need to know natural language processing, which comes under the linguistic domain. That's why AI is just not a domain, a single domain which is independent, but rather it's a domain which is dependent and related to so many other domains. So let's now talk about the advantages and disadvantages of artificial intelligence. Whenever there is a new domain comes into the picture, there will be certain advantages and disadvantages. And for AI, we all have witnessed the certain advantages. But what could be the different advantages? Let's debate. So if we talk about the advantages of artificial intelligence, there are clear advantages. Like we can say first one is the error reduction because they are computer based, having high computation, the error chances of error are almost negligible. Second, the difficult exploration. Third is daily application, means the same thing they can do again and again. And then next is digital assistance. They can provide you something called assistance in every job you are doing. Fifth one is no breaks, of course. Sixth one is increased work efficiency because they're never tired, don't feel humidity, don't feel hotness, they don't feel cold. The work efficiency will get an increasing. Seventh is reduced cost of training and operation. They don't need a training kind of thing because once they are given the program, they can just start right away. So there is no need of training and operation, and that's why it reduces the cost after a time. So there are the certain advantages of artificial intelligence. But artificial intelligence, is it really a devil in disguise? Or it's actually for our advantage? Let's find out some negative shades of artificial intelligence. Main disadvantages are high cost. Although in the long run it may benefit you, but initially the cost of planning, implementation, and then maintenance could be high. Decrease in demand for human labor. The other disadvantage is when you implant an artificial intelligence machine or robots, definitely there will be a decrease in human labor. You won't require human labor for that purpose now. So it's a negative impact on the society. AI may be programmed to do something devastating. It can be used for good things also and bad things also. So something devastating can also be planned. Then machine ethics. It's a very important thing. A machine doesn't know ethics. Okay. And when it is programmed to do something, it will just do it, whether it is good or bad. So it's another question. The next is the storage and access, which are not as effective as human brains. Human brain has a lot of storage, but with AI, there is a certain limit which will set. There is no improvement with experience. Until and unless we program it to learn, it will not improve with experience. If you ask it that this is the program, you have to follow this, then it will do the same over 10 years. It will not improve until it is given the capability for learning. After the pros and cons of AI, let's see what is the future. If you talk about the future, the next decade seems to be improving a lot. We'll also get the improvements in terms of speech, voice, image, video recognition. All these will be recognized in a better way, more accurate way. Although these applications are available even right now, but still the accuracy may not be 100%. That's why we are just looking for more accurate systems. Personal assistants will become more and more personal and context aware. Right now we are having assistants, but they are not having that much information. But in the long run, they may give us a better assistance by knowing us more and more, by studying our behavior, by studying our personality, and so on. Then more and more system will run autonomously to a point. Still now, AI is doing things, but with the assistance of humans. We are the one who are in control. But maybe later on, after a decade, they may be autonomous. Autonomous means they will take decision of their own. They will themselves decide when to start, when to do, when to stop, and what to do. So that all will be decided by themselves. And that point will be the point of autonomous. The positive impact AI research can have on humanity will start to be across many walks of life. Still now it's not clear, and so many positive impacts of AI research are yet to be seen. So let's wait for that. If we check in terms of the timeline, now this image is a very interesting image, which will give you an overview that how the AI will be going on for the next 50 years. Let's say in the starting or 2026, they're showing that a truck driver, AI is a truck driver, which will be driving through difficult paths. Then it will also be able to generate pop songs. It will be so intelligent that it can make new songs, new compositions for you. It can be a retail salesperson, because when we talk about salesperson, he needs to know who is my customer, what is the psychology, how should I persuade the particular person. So that all abilities will be there with the AI. And look at the next one. He writes a New York Times bestseller. Can you imagine a robot writing a story or a fiction? Yes, it's possible in coming years. So all the things which require human brain, computer, everything, they'll be in the hands of AI. So let's see the conclusion. The conclusion is that it's a two-edged sword. It has advantages and disadvantages. And at one end, it can solve very intelligent problems. It can do them brilliantly. But at the other end, it will also pose a problem, because they has to be handled very carefully. Otherwise, they can be very dangerous to the human and mankind. So we have to handle them very properly. So that's all for this lecture. Let's meet for the other in the next video. Thanks, students.